Welcome to the BrewVision instructional video. In this video, we will be learning how to pair a single kettle BrewVision transmitter, how to pair multiple BrewVision transmitters, how to make a recipe, how to pull in a recipe from the Beersmith cloud, and how to monitor your brew day.
Your BrewVision kit will come with a transmitter, a sensor with a protective cap, a sanitary nut for easy cleaning, labels, and 2 AAA batteries. The sanitary nut has 2 seals, a nut seal with a groove that fits right over the nut, and a stem seal with a concave side and a cone-shaped side. The cone-shaped side needs to be pointed outward from the sensor. Always make sure your stem seal is oriented correctly, as shown. After you install the sensor with the sanitary nut, make sure you put the protective cap over the sensor when the transmitter isn't plugged into it. This will ensure that you won't get any liquid in the USB port.
The transmitter must be shielded from flames of burners. You do not need additional shielding if your burner has a built-in integral heat shield or if using most electric heating elements. If you cannot hold your hand comfortably underneath the transmitter, you will need a heat shield. If you're brewing on a gas stove, use the BrewVision heat shield. If you're brewing on the top tier burner, use the top tier burner heat shield. For other brands of burners, we recommend the Universal Heat Shield Kit, which allows you to create your own. We also have a 10-foot extension cable for the transmitter.
After you download the BrewVision app, go into the app settings. You are able to change the units from Fahrenheit to Celsius, turn all alarms on or off, set how many degrees before the target temp to have an alarm notify you, set how many degrees out of range from the target temperature to have an alarm go off, set how often an alarm will notify you when your sensor signal is low, set how often an alarm will notify you when your degrees are out of range from your target temperature, whether you're using single or multiple BrewVision, and whether you're using an immersion or counterflow chiller.
Before pairing your BrewVision transmitter, make sure your Bluetooth is on. This will allow the app to work properly. Press and hold the button on the front of the transmitter for 2 seconds to turn it on, and locate the pair button on the back side of the device. From the home screen, press Settings. Go to Pair Devices. You can either do single kettle or multi-kettle. For single kettle, click Connect New Device, select single kettle, and press OK. The app will now start searching for the BrewVision device. Now's the time to press and hold the pair button on the back side of the transmitter with a pen or other pointed object. It should take about 2 seconds to pair. Press OK and the app will show you your device, the signal strength, the battery life, and a cogwheel that will allow you to rename your device or delete it. Once your transmitters are paired to your smart device, attach the transmitter to your sensor. Let's go back to the home screen and make a recipe. Say I wanted to do an extract. From the home screen, go to Recipes. Press the plus sign in the top right corner and press Add. Name your recipe and press OK. In this screen, you're able to edit any of the default settings or delete them completely. For this recipe, I want a strike temperature of 158 degrees Fahrenheit. Swipe left on any step to remove it from your recipe. You can add as many mash steps as you need. To add a mash step, press Edit in the top right corner and select Mash. For this recipe, I'm going to add a steeping step at 156 degrees for 30 minutes. I'm going to keep my boil step at 60 minutes. Now for my hop additions. I can edit the existing hop addition. To add another addition, press Edit. In this screen, you're able to add extra mash steps, boil additions, chill profiles, and a boil schedule. For this, I will press Boil Addition. You can name your addition, add the quantity and units of which you're measuring in, and also the duration at which you want the alarm to notify you. This will add an alarm 10 minutes before the end of my boil. And finally, I want to change my chill profile to 72 degrees for this recipe. Once I'm finished making my recipe, I will click Use this recipe, and it will take me straight to the monitor screen. If you're wanting to graph your brew day, go into Graph, then press the plus sign in the top right corner and hit OK. This will start a graph of the brewing process. When your brew day is complete, go back into Graph and press Stop. This will finish the graph and allow you to email it to yourself. At the monitor screen, I will see a range slide and a sensor slide. The range slide will tell me my next target temperature,
and the sensor slide will switch between the steps. Since I don't need a hot liquor tank for this extract recipe, I will switch to my mash and heat my water to the strike temperature. Once it's to temperature, I will slide over the range to steep and begin steeping my grains. When this is complete, I will switch the sensor over to boil, get it up to temperature, and start my timer. My alarm temperature is set 5 degrees below my target. This will notify me before reaching any target temperature. At the beginning of my timer, BrewVision will alert me that I have a hop addition needed. Then 10 minutes from the end of the boil, I will get another notification. Once my boil is complete, I will be notified and I will switch my sensor to chill and bring it down to temperature. If you close the app, the transmitter will automatically turn off to save your battery life. If you accidentally close the app, it has an auto recovery feature that will pick up where you left off. Just make sure you turn the transmitter back on. If you want to use multiple transmitters, go into Pair Devices. Press Connect New Device and select Multi-Kettle, then select which kettle this will be going in. Press OK. Make sure you have the pair button on the back side of the transmitter pushed in during the pairing process. Once the first transmitter is paired, select Connect New Device and choose which kettle the next transmitter will be going in, and press OK. Continue these steps to pair all your BrewVision transmitters. You can pair up to 7 BrewVision transmitters to one mobile device. If you want to pull recipes off your Beersmith cloud, the BrewVision app does it with ease. If you're creating a recipe in Beersmith, make sure your boil additions are labeled under the Use tab as boil. This will allow the app's alarms to work properly. Select Recipes and go to the plus sign in the top right corner and select Beersmith Cloud. After you log in, your saved recipes will appear. You can select one or many recipes from your Beersmith Cloud and press Done. You can now select the recipe you are wanting to use and press any step to modify the temperature and duration. Press Use this recipe and the app will take you straight to the monitor screen. Now that we have multiple transmitters paired, the only difference between the brewing process is that the sensor slide will switch between each transmitter. Feel free to monitor all the temperatures at once on the dashboard. For more information, visit blickmanengineering.com.